My child, do not carry yesterday's pain into today. Let go so you can grow. My child, pause for a moment. Feel that weight you've been carrying, the thoughts that keep replaying, the memories that still sting, the words you wish were never said. That is yesterday, and today is asking you to put it down. Do not carry yesterday's pain into today, because every new day is a fresh beginning, but only if you allow it to be. I know it's not easy. Pain has a way of holding on. It lingers in your mind, reminding you of what went wrong, what hurt, what didn't turn out the way you hoped. And before you realize it, yesterday starts shaping how you feel today. You wake up, but you're still living in what already happened. But listen carefully. Yesterday is a place of lessons, not a place of residence. You were meant to learn from it, not living it. Holding on to past pain doesn't protect you, it weighs you down. It clouds your thoughts, drains your energy, and keeps you from fully experiencing the present moment. Think about it. If you carry yesterday's hurt into today, you miss today's peace. If you hold on to old anger, you block new joy. If you keep reliving the past, you limit your future, and you deserve more than that. Now, letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean pretending nothing happened. It means choosing not to let that pain control you anymore. It means saying, yes, it hurt, but it will not define me. That is strength. So Hilizie, let go of the regrets. Let go of the anger. Let go of the what-ifs and if-onlys. They cannot change what has already happened, but they can steal what is happening now. Instead, bring your focus back to today, to this moment, to this breath, to this opportunity to start again, because every sunrise is a reminder you are being given another chance to feel peace, another chance to move forward, another chance to live without the weight of yesterday. So be gentle with yourself. Healing takes time. Letting go is a process. But each step you take, no matter how small, is a step toward freedom. And you are not meant to live trapped in old pain. You are meant to grow beyond it. So lift your head, my child. Leave yesterday where it belongs and step into today, lighter, freer, and ready for something better. Because your future deserves a version of you that is no longer holding on to the past. My child, be slow to anger and quick to forgive, the strength of a peaceful heart. My child, listen closely, because this will change the way you move through life. There will be moments when people disappoint you. Words will be said that hurt. Actions will be taken that feel unfair. And in those moments, anger will rise fast, strong, and ready to take control. That's when you must remember. Be slow to anger and quick to forgive. Not because it's easy, but because it protects your peace. You see, anger is powerful. It rushes in quickly, clouds your thinking, and pushes you to react before you've had time to understand. In a single moment, it can turn a small issue into a lasting regret. That's why slowing down matters. Pause before you speak. Breathe before you react. Think before you respond. Because not every situation deserves your anger, and not every moment requires a reaction. Now, this doesn't mean you ignore your feelings. It doesn't mean you pretend nothing bothers you. Your emotions are real, and they matter, but you don't have to let them control you. You can feel anger without becoming it. And then comes the harder part, forgiveness. Forgiving someone who hurt you is not easy. In fact, it may feel like the last thing you want to do. You may think, they don't deserve my forgiveness. And maybe they don't. But forgiveness is not about what they deserve, it's about what you deserve. You deserve peace. Holding on to anger is like carrying a weight that grows heavier over time. It drains your energy, clouds your mind, and keeps you tied to the very moment that hurt you. But when you forgive, you release that weight. You don't erase what happened. You don't excuse the behavior. You simply choose not to let it control your heart anymore. And that is freedom. So be patient with yourself. When anger rises, slow it down. Give yourself space to think clearly. And when the time comes, choose to forgive not instantly, not perfectly, but sincerely. Because a peaceful heart is not one that never gets hurt, it's one that knows how to heal. So walk through life with intention. Hold your temper with care. Release your anger with wisdom. And offer forgiveness with courage. My child, be slow to anger and quick to forgive. Because the lighter your heart becomes, the freer your life will feel. My child, always choose compassion, the strength that heals. My child, come closer and listen with your heart. Every day, you encounter people, different faces, different stories, different struggles. Some are kind, some are difficult, and some may test your patience in ways you didn't expect. In those moments, you have a choice, and I am guiding you toward this. Always choose compassion, not because it's easy, but because it's powerful. You see, compassion is more than kindness. It's the ability to look beyond what's visible, to recognize that behind every attitude, every reaction, every mistake, there is a story you may not understand. That person who spoke harshly, they may be carrying pain. That person who seems distant, they may be fighting a silent battle. That person who hurts you, they may be hurting more than you know. Compassion allows you to pause, to respond with understanding instead of judgment. Now, let's be real, it's not always easy. When someone disrespects you, your instinct is to react. When someone hurts you, your first thought may not be kindness, it may be defense or even retaliation. But compassion asks something greater of you. It asks you to respond, not react, to understand, not assume, to soften, not harden. And that takes strength. How's strength? Because it's easy to be harsh. It's easy to judge. It's easy to walk away without caring. But choosing compassion, especially when it's difficult, that is what sets you apart. Now, listen, choosing compassion doesn't mean you ignore boundaries. It doesn't mean you allow others to treat you poorly. You can still protect your peace. You can still walk away when needed, but you don't carry bitterness with you. You don't let anger take root in your heart. Because compassion is not about excusing behavior, it's about choosing not to let negativity define your response. And here's the beauty of it. Compassion heals. It softens hearts. It restores connections. It creates moments of grace where there could have been conflict. And sometimes, your compassion may be the very thing someone needs to keep going, even if they never say it. So slow, look beyond the surface. Choose patience over reaction. Choose understanding over judgment. My child, always choose compassion, because in a world that can be cold and unforgiving, your compassion becomes a light that brings warmth, healing, and hope wherever you go. My child, your heart is your greatest strength, the power within you. My child, listen closely, because this is something the world often gets wrong. It will tell you that strength is loud, that it's about power, control, and never showing emotion. It will try to convince you that to be strong, you must harden yourself, build walls, and stop feeling so deeply. But I want you to understand the truth. Your heart is your greatest strength. Yes, that very part of you that feels deeply, that cares sincerely, that loves without holding back, that is not your weakness. It is your power. Your heart allows you to connect with others. It allows you to show empathy, to understand pain, to honestly need that most. It's what drives you to do good, to stand up for others, to choose love, even when it's not the easiest option. That is strength. Now, I know there are moments when it doesn't feel that way. There are times when your heart gets hurt, when your kindness isn't returned, when your love is misunderstood or taken for granted. And in those moments, you may feel like closing yourself off, like protecting yourself by becoming less open, less caring. But don't, because the answer to a wounded heart is not to stop feeling, it's to stay strong through feeling. A strong heart doesn't avoid pain, it grows from it. It learns, it adapts, it becomes wiser without losing its softness. And that balance, that's rare. The world doesn't need more people who are cold and distant. It needs people like you, people who lead with heart, who bring warmth into cold spaces, who remind others what genuine care feels like. Yes, you should protect yourself. Yes, you should set boundaries, but don't confuse protection with shutting down your heart completely, because your ability to feel, to love, to care, that is what makes you powerful in a way nothing else can. Think about it. Your kindness can lift someone up. Your compassion can heal someone's pain. Your love can change someone's entire world. That's not weakness, that's impact. So don't be ashamed of your heart. Don't hide it. Don't silence it. Don't let the world convince you to become something you're not. Instead, embrace it. Let it guide you. Let it strengthen you. Let it remind you of who you truly are. Because when you lead with your heart, you create a life filled with meaning, connection, and purpose. My child, your heart is your greatest strength. Never forget that. My child, stay faithful in difficult times. Hold on when it's hardest. My child, I know this season isn't easy. There are days when everything feels heavy, when your prayers seem unanswered, when your strength feels low, when doubt quietly creeps into your heart and whispers, "Is this worth it?" And in those moments, it's tempting to let go, to stop believing, to stop trusting, to stop holding on. But listen to me right here, right now. Stay faithful in difficult times, not because it's easy, but because it matters most when it's hardest. Anyone can stay faithful when life is smooth, when things are going your way, when doors are opening, when everything makes sense. It's easy to believe. But true faith, it's revealed in the storm. It's choosing to trust even when you don't understand. It's continuing forward even when the path is unclear. It's holding on to hope even when everything around you feels uncertain. That's real faith. I see your struggle. I see the nights you've questioned everything. I see the moments you've felt like giving up but didn't. And that matters more than you know. Because faith is not about having all the answers. It's about trusting even when answers are missing. Now, I won't tell you that the storm will disappear overnight. Difficult times come, and sometimes they stay longer than you expect. But they are not here to defeat you, they are here to deepen you. They stretch your patience. They strengthen your endurance. They build a foundation within you that cannot be shaken. And through it all, I'm with you. Even when you don't feel it, even when it's quiet, even when it seems like nothing is changing. I am working in ways you cannot yet see, so don't let temporary struggles make you lose eternal perspective. Don't let one hard season define your entire journey. This moment is not the end, it's part of your growth. So when your heart feels tired, pause, take a breath, and remind yourself why you started. Hold on to your faith not loosely, but firmly. Even if it's just a small spark, protect it. Nurture it. Keep it alive. Because faith, even in its smallest form, has the power to carry you through the darkest times. So stand steady, my child. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. Don't walk away. Stay faithful, even now, because one day you will look back and realize this was the moment that made your faith unshakable. My child, let go of what you cannot control. Find freedom in surrender. My child, take a deep breath. Feel that tension in your chest, that weight on your mind. It comes from trying to hold on to things that were never yours to carry. You replay situations. You overthink outcomes. You try to fix, manage, and control everything, people, circumstances, timing. And when it doesn't go your way, frustration takes over. So let me gently remind you, let go of what you cannot control. Not because you're giving up, but because you're choosing peace. There is a difference. You were never meant to control everything. Some things are simply beyond your reach. Other people's actions, unexpected changes, the timing of life's events, and holding on to them only drains you. Think about it. Worry doesn't solve problems, it only steals your present. Overthinking doesn't create clarity, it creates confusion. And trying to control everything only leads to exhaustion. But when you let go, something powerful happens. You create space. Space for peace. Space for clarity. Space for trust. Now, letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you become passive or indifferent. It means you do your part and release the rest. You give your best effort. You make wise choices. You act with intention, and then you let go of the outcome. Because not everything is in your hands, and that's okay. I know it's not easy. There are things you deeply care about, situations you wish you could change, people you want to fix, outcomes you desperately want to control. And when it doesn't happen, it feels heavy. But ask yourself, what is holding on really costing you? Your peace, your sleep, your energy? My child, you deserve better than constant worry. So loosen your grip. Trust that not everything needs your control to fall into place. Sometimes things work out in ways you could never plan if you just allow them to. Release the pressure. Release the need to have all the answers. Instead, present. Focus on what you can control: your attitude, your actions, your choices. Let everything else flow. Because peace doesn't come from controlling life, it comes from trusting it. So take another deep breath and let go. My child, freedom begins the moment you stop trying to control what was never yours to hold. My child, trust that every hardship has meaning. There is purpose in your pain. My child, I see what you're going through. The struggle, the confusion, the weight you didn't ask for. There are moments when life feels unfair, when nothing makes sense, when you're left asking, why is this happening to me? And I know sometimes the silence feels louder than any answer. But listen to me carefully. Trust that every hardship has meaning. Not every pain is pointless. Not every struggle is random, even when you can't see it. Even when it doesn't feel like it, there is something being formed some within you. Hardship is not here to destroy you. It's here to shape you. Think about it. Strength doesn't come from ease, it comes from resistance. Growth doesn't happen in comfort, it happens in challenge. Clarity often comes after confusion. Right now, you may only see the difficulty, the long nights, the unanswered questions, the moments where you feel like giving up. But there is a deeper story unfolding. Every setback is teaching you something. Every delay is preparing you for something. Every challenge is building something inside you that you will need later. You may not understand the why today, but one day you will look back and see how it all connected. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. Easy how? Struggles are heavy, and there will be days when trusting feels harder than doubting. Days when your faith feels small and your questions feel big. And that's okay. You don't need to have all the answers, you just need to keep going. Because meaning is not always immediate. Sometimes it reveals itself slowly, quietly, over time, like a puzzle coming together piece by piece. So don't rush the process. Don't let frustration convince you that this moment is the end of your story. It's not. It's a chapter, and even the hardest chapters carry purpose. They build your resilience. They deepen your understanding. They shape your character in ways comfort never could. So when you feel overwhelmed, pause, take a breath, and remind yourself this is not meaningless. There is something greater at work, even if you can't fully see it yet. So done. Stay patient, stay steady, stay open to what this moment is teaching you. Because one day, you will rise stronger, wiser, and more grounded than ever before. And you'll realize this hardship didn't break you. It'll say you, my child, trust that every hardship has meaning. My child, treat others as you wish to be treated, the golden rule that changes everything. My child, listen closely, because this simple truth holds incredible power. In every interaction, every conversation, every moment you share with others, there is a choice. A choice in how you speak, how you act, how you respond. And I am guiding you towards something timeless. Treat others as you wish to be treated. It sounds simple, doesn't it? Living here, that's where the challenge begins. Because people won't always treat you the way you deserve. Some will be impatient. Some will be unkind. Some may even hurt you without a second thought. And in those moments, it's easy to say, why should I be good to them? But this isn't about them. It's about you. It's about choosing to act from a place of integrity, not reaction. It's about refusing to let someone else's behavior decide your character. Think about how you want to be treated. With respect, with kindness, with understanding, with patience. Now, ask yourself, are you offering the same? Because the way you treat others creates the atmosphere around you. It shapes your relationships. It influences the energy you carry into every space. When you speak kindly, you invite peace. When you show respect, you build trust. When you choose empathy, you create connection. And yes, there will be times when it feels one-sided. You'll give kindness and receive indifference. You'll show patience and face frustration. You'll offer respect and get none in return. But don't let that change you. The golden rule is not a trait, it's a standard. You live it not because others deserve it, but because it reflects who you are. Now, this doesn't mean you ignore boundaries. You can still walk away from disrespect. You can still protect your peace. Treating others well doesn't mean accepting poor treatment. It means you don't lower yourself to it. You stay grounded. You stay consistent. Because real strength is choosing kindness even when it's not mirrored back to you. And here's the beautiful part. When you live this way, you create a ripple effect. Your actions influence others, often in ways you'll never fully see. A kind word can soften a hard heart. A moment of patience can change someone's entire day. So move through this world with intention. Let your words reflect the respect you seek. Let your actions reflect the kindness you value. Let your presence reflect the peace you desire. My child, treat others as you wish to be treated. Because when you do, you don't just change your world. You help change theirs too. My child, do not fear being different. Your uniqueness is your power. My child, come closer, because this is something you must truly understand. You were never meant to be like everyone else. Yet, the world will try to convince you otherwise. It will whisper, fit in. It will pressure you to follow the crowd, to think the same, act the same, live the same. And if you're not careful, you might start believing that being different is something to hide. But listen to me. Do not fear being different, because your difference is not your weakness. It is your strength. Think about it, everything meaningful, everything impactful, everything that has ever changed the world started with someone who dared to be different. Different thinking, different choices, different paths. And now, here you are, wonderfully unique, carrying thoughts, talents, and perspectives that no one else has. Why would you hide that? Yes, I know it's not always easy. There will be moments when standing out feels uncomfortable. Moments when people don't understand you. Moments when you feel like you don't quite belong. And in those moments, fear may try to creep in. What if they judge me? What if I don't fit in? What if I'm not accepted? But ask yourself this: what is the cost of pretending to be someone you're not? Because fitting in might bring temporary comfort, but it will slowly take away your authenticity. And you were not created to live a copy of someone else's life. You were created to live yours. Being different means you see things others don't. It means you bring something fresh, something real, something valuable into the world. Has. Not everyone will understand it, but that doesn't make it any less important. In fact, it makes it necessary. Now, this doesn't mean you isolate yourself or reject others. It simply means you stay true to who you are, even when it's not the popular choice. You speak your truth even when your voice shakes. You follow your path even when it's uncertain. You embrace who you are even when it feels easier to hide. Because confidence doesn't come from blending in. It comes from standing firm in your identity. So don't shrink yourself to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. Don't dim your light just to make others comfortable. Be bold, be real, because the world doesn't need another copy. It's you. My child, do not fear being different, because that difference is exactly where your purpose begins. My child, let love guide your decisions. Choose what truly matters. My child, pause for a moment and listen carefully. Every day, you are faced with choices, big ones, small ones, and everything in between. Some are easy. Others feel confusing, heavy, even overwhelming. You wonder which path is right, which step to take, which voice to follow. So, let me give you something simple, yet powerful. Let love guide your decisions. Not fear, not pride, not anger. Love, because the voice of fear will rush you. Pride will mislead you. Anger will cloud your judgment. But love brings clarity. When your decisions are rooted in love, they carry a different kind of strength. They are thoughtful, patient, and grounded. They don't just serve you, they consider others. They don't create chaos, they build peace. Now, understand this: choosing love doesn't mean choosing what's easy. Sometimes, love will ask you to walk away from what feels comfortable. Sometimes, it will ask you to forgive when it's hard. Sometimes, it will ask you to speak truth, even when your voice shakes. Because love is not weakness, it's courage. Real love doesn't avoid difficult decisions. It faces them with compassion and with purpose. Think about it. When you respond with love instead of anger, you break the cycle of conflict. When you act with kindness instead of selfishness, you create connection. When you choose understanding over judgment, you open doors that would otherwise remain closed. Love transforms everything it touches, including you. But I know there will be moments when love feels like the harder choice. When someone hurts you, it's easier to react than to respond with grace. When you feel misunderstood, it's easier to close off than to stay open. When life becomes uncertain, it's easier to act out of fear than to trust in something deeper. In those moments, pause, take a breath, and ask yourself, what would love do here? That question alone can change everything. It will slow you down. It will center you. It will guide you back to what truly matters. Because decisions made with love don't leave regret behind. They leave peace. So move forward with intention. Let love shape your words. Let love influence your actions. Let love direct your path even when it's difficult. My child, let love guide your decisions, because when love leads, you will never truly lose your way. My child, never give up on goodness. Stay true in a changing world. My child, I know it gets hard sometimes. You try to be kind, and people take advantage. You try to do the right thing, and others seem to get ahead by doing wrong. You stay honest, while the world around you bends the truth. And slowly, a question begins to grow inside you. What's the point of being good? Listen to me carefully. Never give up on goodness. Not because the world always rewards it, but because it defines who you are. Goodness is not a weakness. It's not something naive or foolish. It is strength, quiet, steady, unshakable strength. And in a world that often chooses shortcuts, being good is one of the bravest choices you can make. Yes, there will be moments when it feels unfair. You'll see people succeed through dishonesty. You'll watch others ignore values and still move forward. You may even feel like you're falling behind, but don't let that shake you. Because what you see on the surface is never the full story. Goodness builds something deeper, something lasting. It shapes your character. It strengthens your spirit. It creates a foundation that cannot easily break, and that matters more than temporary success. Now, understand this: being good doesn't mean being weak. It doesn't mean allowing others to misuse your kindness. You can be wise. You can set boundaries and still choose to be good. Because goodness is not about how others treat you. It's about how you choose to respond. When someone is harsh, you remain calm. When someone is unfair, you stay just. When someone is negative, you choose light. That is real power. I know there will be days when you feel tired. Days when being good feels like an uphill battle. Days when you wonder if it's worth it. In those moments, pause, take a breath, and remember, goodness is never wasted. Every kind action, every honest word, every moment you choose integrity, it adds up. It creates a ripple that reaches further than you can see. It changes lives, sometimes quietly, sometimes deeply, and it changes you. So don't let the darkness of this world dim your light. Don't trade your values for temporary gain. Stay consistent. Stay grounded. Stay true, because one day you will look back and realize that your goodness didn't hold you higher than anything else could. So stand firm, my child. Never give up on goodness, because the world needs it. And more importantly, you were made for it.